Could the Nintendo Switch 2 bring Pokemon back to its original state, its original beauty? Now, that's a good question. Let's get straight into it. Now, I think that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be the one console that will bring Pokemon back to its original state, the excitement of playing Pokemon once again. Recently, in the last couple of years, Pokemon has felt more like they don't care about the games anymore. But the Nintendo Switch 2 seems to be the one console that will bring that all back. Now that we know what the Switch is capable of, either running Cyberpunk 2077 at such a nice resolution, especially in handheld mode, or maybe even running Mario Kart looking good as always, or The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, even getting a bonus, an upgrade that makes those games look even better than they already did. What could Pokemon have on the Switch 2? Now, we saw the Scarlet and Violet upgrades, and let me tell you, that is actually a pretty nice upgrade. You can see more Pokemon around the open world, there's less laggy, frozen, frame dipping, and a whole bunch of other problems that we had on the Switch 1 version. That's pretty much all fixed. And overall, I think that that game actually is looking pretty good here. So, maybe, just maybe, this entire time, instead of us blaming Game Freak, oh, they don't know how to make good visuals and good Pokemon games anymore. Maybe it was the Nintendo Switch fault. Maybe they need to work on something more powerful to bring the light back to Pokemon. I think that that could be a very good possibility. But overall, I think the next Pokemon game will be truly special, and maybe they can take an art style that they're already good at making, something that looks like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or take that art style and mix it up with Scarlet and Violet or Black and White or something like that. Mix the games, mix all the games that really work good. The formula is all there. They could easily just take something. Art style could be Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. The gameplay could be Scarlet and Violet. And the nice battle style and all the features and stuff could be something like a mix of Black and White and Heart Gold Soul Silver. Maybe, just maybe, this will allow Pokemon to become truly special once again. Because who here has, gotten tired of either the same experience over and over again, or just the games don't feel fully polished, they don't feel fully immersive anymore. Because remember the DS games where the games felt great. Sure, it was pretty much the same thing every single time, but it felt more like something different every single time. Instead of, you catch Pokemon, you battle them, and that's it. There's story-driven things right in there. There's a mix of battling, there's a mix of Battle Tower. Overall, I think that the Nintendo Switch 2 will fix all of those complaints and make it one truly special Pokemon game once again. Ever since the 3DS era, we haven't had a Pokemon game that really showed a spotlight. For me personally, the one Pokemon game that actually was different than the others, in my own opinion, was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Those ones right there were something special. Now I guess it's just a collab for Pokemon Go, but when you look at it, when you really truly look at it, you look at the art style of those games, those are some of the greatest looking games that we've seen in a long time. And the mechanics and everything was there. The battle animations and all of that stuff was really packed into this one beautiful game. Now, of course, we obviously seen Kanto multiple times before, but Kanto is different in this game in a way. Now, it's not essentially the same Kanto from all the other games. It's a nice glow up of Kanto, You make this Kanto and you're like, wow, that game looks great. Now, I think that if Pokemon knows what they're good at, knows what people want, just maybe they can make the perfect Pokemon game. The Nintendo Switch 2 is more than powerful enough to run a Pokemon game. This is a Pokemon game we're talking about here. It doesn't take much to run this. If the Nintendo Switch 2 can run Cyberpunk 2077 and Elden Ring, I'm pretty sure Game Freak has a lot of room to work with. We're not going to be seeing AAA style graphics for a Pokemon game. We're probably just going to be seeing good graphics, right? Good ones. I mean, like, they don't need to be super good graphics for a Pokemon game. But I'm just saying, if they take nice art style, maybe add some good visuals, there you go. You got a great Pokemon game, and the fans, they're going to be like, wow, Switch 2 is the one to bring it back. Now, we could say that Legends ZA was the one chance that they had to bring everyone back. It's the start of a new generation. It's the start of something new. But I don't think that we should really count that necessarily yet, because they had to develop for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe, I think that they could bring Generation 10 to the Switch. But if they truly want to test the limits of what they're capable of, maybe they bail on the Switch all in general. And you got the Switch 2 to show the power of Pokemon. Pokemon is the greatest franchise for making money. And what better way to do that than to sell games on the Nintendo Switch 2? You're going to be helping multiple companies out. Nintendo, Pokemon, Game Freak. And overall, I am so excited to see a Pokemon game that looks good, has good gameplay, and plays good. Now, those are completely different things, right? Because, you looks good, gameplay, it's good stuff, and, feel. Anyways, a whole bunch of things that lie into Pokemon being great again. Pokemon being absolutely fantastic. Now, not to say that Pokemon kind of sucks right now, but that's not what I'm trying to get to. I still think some of the games are really fantastic. Like, some of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch were some of the most probably everyone hates them games, We got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I absolutely adore those games. I played through those games multiple times. We also had the Dynamax Adventures of Sword and Shield. I really enjoyed that because, it's a different experience and you get a different Pokemon every single time, different battle. It's just all randomized and it felt great. Then at the bottom of the food chain, we have Scarlet and Violet. I thought there was something there. The gameplay was great and catching shinies was fun. But then after that, there wasn't too much. But if you bring everything together, like I previously mentioned, you can have something like a perfect Pokemon game. And what is this about Pokemon not actually releasing the things that everyone likes? Like, what I'm actually saying here is, you're playing Pokemon and you're playing Scarlet and Violet, alright? Well, half of the things aren't there from the previous game. Like, where in the world was Dynamax Adventures? Now we're locking shinies behind a locked, so you can't even shiny hunt if you wanted to. What is the point of this? And then they get rid of battle towers. They get rid of things that made the game absolutely great, like Pokemon following you. Like, what in the world? Make one Pokemon game and put it all together. Put everything that previously fans liked. Look at what they like. It's really easy to see what fans like. And then, boom, put it all into one Pokemon game. You'll have something special. And the Switch 2 is going to be able to run whatever you throw at it. So, make a great Pokemon game. I'm sure of it, that they'll be able to figure something out for Generation 10, the 40th anniversary of Pokemon. Overall, not the 40th, the 30th, the 35th, whatever. Overall, the point is, I think that they will be able to make something truly special with the power of the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 is here, and it's going to be more than powerful enough to run Pokemon. Pokemon is a fantastic unit, but recently, 10 years probably, the games felt a little wishy-washy, if you know what I mean. Not to say that any of the games suck. I'm just saying here. Some of the games, they just don't feel like they put enough love into those games. If they have to, I would say get a different development team to work on the graphics. Then we can finally see what Pokemon looks like in Unreal Engine. I mean, we don't even need Unreal Engine, but that's just a thought. Overall, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you hear me out. saying I know probably half my points aren't correct. Probably they don't agree with you. That I'm honestly saying the best game on the Nintendo Switch. Let's go with Pikachu and Eevee. That's probably completely bogus in your opinion, but I love that game. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and with that being said, have a fantastic day, and consider hit the like button, maybe subscribing if you are new. That's completely up to you. And that being said, see you in the next one. Woo! Pokemon.